Technology is an ever-growing asset in the world of education. Technology is a tool, and the proper use of technology can create exemplary learning environments, help visualize difficult concepts, increase the likelihood of transferring information and skills to a non-school context, and enhance learning of educators and students while increasing connections between the school and the communities. However, just as the proper use of technology can create amazing learning spaces, poor or inappropriate use and integration of technology can be harmful to learning. More often than not, technology is brought in as an afterthought, as a high-tech bauble to dazzle and hopefully motivate the students. Such practices do not prepare the students for their integration within a technologically advanced society. The efficiency of technology in education is dependent on the manner in which it is used. We must therefore carefully consider how to use technology in order, as Kohler and Mishra wrote, to prepare students to become competent adults and lifelong learners. At this point in the presentation, it is important to consider the importance of designing technology-enhanced learning environments, more specifically asking the question, why technology? Bransford, Brown, and Cocking in their book, How People Learn, outline 5 ways in which technology can be used in an educational setting. Authentic learning situations increase the relevancy and meaningfulness of the concepts learned. Technology that fits under this category allows students to access the tools and datasets used by experts in their field of study. Such technology can make students an active participant in their learning, able to connect with peers and experts. Technology can also be effectively used as scaffolding. Such scaffolding can provide a unique student-centered learning experience. The scaffolding of questions, such as those available on the MSTLTT site, ensure an inquiry-based instruction, as well as the opportunity for educators to evaluate the learning process of students and not just the final product. In a similar vein, technology can be used to provide feedback to students and teachers and to provide opportunities for reflection and growth. For example, classroom response systems can be used to verify prior knowledge, test the student's comprehension, and serve as feedback for the instructor. By providing the opportunities for the students to reflect on his or her learning process, the learner has a better chance of transferring the information to a new context. With the rise of social media, technology allows students and educators to connect with experts, peers, and the community in general. Finally, technology can be used to create opportunities for professional development. Video and audio technology can easily demonstrate classroom practices. Today's technology is also filled with methods of creating communities, sharing resources and ideas, as well as participating in webinars and online conferences. We will be referring back to these 5 main ideas throughout the rest of the presentation. TPACK is a framework designed by Mishra and Kohler to visually illustrate how to properly merge and integrate technology, pedagogy, and content together while designing technology-enhanced learning environments. It is the well-balanced combination of these 3 types of knowledge that form TPACK. To better situate our understanding of this framework, we will briefly go over the different components. Technological knowledge refers to knowledge one might have in regards to the existence of standard and more advanced technology. This branch also includes the skill sets necessary to use the aforementioned technology. Pedagogical knowledge refers to the awareness and familiarity with various teaching methods, practices, and processes. The final component, content knowledge, refers to the subject-specific theories, concepts, and facts. A good basis in each of these 3 aspects is needed to properly educate students for the 21st century. Although other combinations of knowledge do exist within this framework, we will focus on TPACK as it truly embodies the concept of designing a technology-enhanced learning environment. In spite of this framework to help guide the integration of technology, TPACK often still remains elusive, as many teachers continue to focus on the implementation of technology, a more technocentric approach, instead of how to properly incorporate technology. TPACK is more than simply using technology. A teacher must understand the relationships between the technology, the content, pedagogy, and tools offered. Applying TPAC and incorporating technology is not about jumping on a bandwagon. Designing technology-enhanced learning is about critically analyzing your context, students, and needs, and selecting the technology that best suits your situation. In this sense, the role of technology is to help support and provide learning for all. To properly incorporate technology, educators must carefully consider the technologies provided to them and compare the weaknesses and strengths of each with their specific needs. The question becomes not how to use technology, but how to adapt technology to our context. The manner in which technology is implemented is crucial. When considering designing technology-enhanced learning environments, it is important to remember that proper implementation of TPAC is context-specific. What works in one context will not necessarily work in another. This is where educational research comes into play. Educational research helps identify important variables, stakeholders, and the roles they play in the design and implementation of TPAC. It also helps identify the merits and limitations of technology and its use in the classroom. Educational research is the link between theoretical frameworks such as TPAC and classroom practices. Although it does not provide a guaranteed, true, or right way of proceeding, educational research provides the tools and a strong foundation upon which technology-enhanced learning environments can be built.
Let us take a deeper look at the implementation details of TPAC. Lack of support for technology in teacher training and development and the resulting lack of confidence can be big roadblocks. Often teachers report pressure from parents, administrators, and the policy environment to align with set curriculum. Educators have alternative, often opposing views of what technology is and what purposes it should serve within the instructional setting. Peer groups serve as excellent sources of feedback for the students. Teachers become facilitators and problem-solving experts rather than just experts in the content. Parents can get connected to the school and be updated about school calendars, assignments, and other types of information. Successful implementation of TPAC necessitates a coherent curriculum and not isolated pedagogical or content elements. Administrators could provide this academic freedom and flexibility to the teachers to design and implement such a curriculum. Universities and businesses can help communities upgrade the quality of teaching in schools. Engineers and scientists who work in industry can often play a mentoring role with teachers. Building local and global communities of practitioners can help connect what is learned inside the class to the real life outside class. An opportunity to play with and change the variables of a system helps the students undertake a methodical investigation of the constraints and opportunities of the system. By bringing real-world problems into the classroom, we can create an environment which facilitates not just solving a problem but also finding one. Using scientific visualization software, students can have access to the same research tools and datasets that scientists use. Working on real projects with meaning beyond the classroom serves as a great motivator for students. In case of simulations and virtual labs, instructors can spend more time in helping students than troubleshooting physical equipments. Quality teaching requires context-specific strategies and representations. Each technology comes with its own strengths and weaknesses, thus making it suitable for certain tasks than others. Lastly, ever-changing technologies pose great challenge to the teachers who are struggling to implement them.
As educators move beyond the implementation of TPAC, it is important to be able to see concrete examples of the design components necessary for creation of a technology-enhanced learning environment. In order to create an environment that integrates technology and pedagogy, it is important to understand the characteristics necessary for a successful environment. These characteristics include the use of constructivism, inquiry, collaboration, self-regulated learning, and finally, feedback, reflection, and revision. Let's examine constructivism. Using a constructivist approach when designing a technology-enhanced learning environment can lead to positive results for both the teacher and the students. Teachers should plan with the following in mind: the needs for designing activities based upon the teacher and students' interest, not solely upon curriculum, having students work in collaborative groups where skills are taught in context, focusing instruction and assessment upon students' understanding of complex ideas, not merely on facts, and teaching students to self-assess for understanding and being an academic risk-taker in front of others. Within education, a shift is occurring. Educators are moving away from subject knowledge mastery towards the development of skills through the use of inquiry. Inquiry learning is an approach that provides learners opportunities to actively develop skills that enable them to locate, gather, analyze, critique, and apply information as they develop their understandings. The guidelines for effective inquiry require that the inquiry design connects to students' prior knowledge, has specific learning goals, is authentic to the students, encourages students to use reasoning while using multiple presentation techniques, encourages productive collaborative activities, does not constrain student exploration, and helps students to monitor their learning via reflection. Collaboration is a skill that all 21st century learners must develop in order to succeed moving forward in both their education and careers. The Internet and World Wide Web supports communication and collaboration by offering students the ability to learn anytime and anywhere. Kohler and Mishra state the importance of student interaction and collaborative activities is paramount in developing understanding, meaning, solutions to problems, and the creation of artifacts both inside and outside of the classroom. Additionally, collaborative learning allows students to capitalize on each other's skills and receive constructive feedback. Self-regulated learning plays a vital part in the success of integrating technology in the classroom. Self-regulated learning refers to learning that is guided by a student's ability to think reflectively, evaluate their learning, formulate plans for progression, and most importantly, their motivation to learn. This type of learning supports the inquiry process by allowing students control over their own learning, which is one of the markers of a successful educational technology program. Feedback, reflection, and revision. Technology allows for faster communication and feedback with students during the learning process. Effective feedback should reference goals, be clear, allow for action, and be ongoing and timely. Technology-assisted learning environments promote unlimited, timely feedback that contributes to the student's ability to reflect and revise upon their work.